Well, we now come to Mark chapter 11, and we're told that as he approached Jerusalem, he came to Bethany, Bethphage, which is on the outskirts of Jerusalem. And what I want to point out as we come to this great account of the triumphant entry of Christ into Jerusalem is something very, very profound and important. This incident is recorded by Matthew, Mark, Luke and John. As we enter Mark chapter 11 now, the final 6 chapters out of the 16 of Mark's Gospel are focused on the last week of his life on planet Earth. That's 40% of Mark's Gospel on the last week of Christ's life on planet Earth. The focus of the Gospels on the death of Christ is quite remarkable. This incident, the triumphant entry into Jerusalem, marks a real sea change in the focus of Jesus Christ. In his teachings, which are powerful and profound, he often spoke mainly to his disciples and in quiet places, secret places, or to crowds way outside of Jerusalem. The miracles were done quietly, and often he would tell people to say nothing about these things. He did them out of compassion and as a sign as to who he was. But when it comes to his death, this will now be public and open. He comes to Jerusalem at a time when Jerusalem was packed and crowded. It was the time of the Passover. It was done before the people, before the priests, before the politicians. It was not done in a corner. It was open. This tells us something very, very wonderful. His teachings we ought to treasure. The miracles we're astounded at. But the most vital part of his coming to earth was to die on Calvary. And this wasn't done quietly, it was done openly. And the focus of the Gospels is on the last week of his life, and the focus of the Gospels is on the cross. That ought to be my focus too. Jesus, keep me near the cross. As we go through this entry into Jerusalem and his final week, let us stand in awe and in wonder, and always focus our attention here and give the message out that Jesus Christ died for sinners and rose again from the dead. And only through repentance towards God and faith in him can we be saved, know God and be sure of heaven to come. May this ever be our focus.